Good morning, dear listeners. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's Thursday, Thursday, the 12th of May, and it's 13 degrees. After this, I'm going to go for my run and then get ready for my first student at 7:30. Feel like I've done a whole day's work before breakfast, almost. You know what? It's autumn in Melbourne right now, and the leaves in this suburb where I live, the leaves are blanketing the footpaths. It has been for weeks, has been like that for weeks. And guess what? The other day, when I walked to the shops, I came a right cropper when I trod on a damp leaf and went on a trajectory towards the ground. I was teetering between falling and straightening up for a few seconds, sort of in a horizontal position, maybe a bit like a comedy sketch where Charlie Chaplin pretends to fall and looks like he's going to fall flat on his face, but manages to straighten up at the last minute. Only I didn't manage to straighten up at the last minute. During the few seconds I was doing that horizontal totter, I managed to twist my body sideways so that I didn't land flat on my face. I landed on my left side and came in contact with the ground, but it was cushioned a little bit by my large shoulder bag, thank goodness. There were no broken bones, luckily, but quite a few ugly bruises. Anything like that ever happened to you? Anyway, I reported it to the council and told them they'd better clean up their leaves. And guess what? The very next day when I went for my run, the paths were clear of leaves. But there was a section outside one house where an overhanging magnolia tree dropped its flowers all over the footpath. I chose to veer off onto the nature strip lest there be a safety hazard there. I didn't want to topple over again, slip on one of those moist flower petals, or flower heads really. Then when I got home, I realised that maybe the person living in the house might be away or they might be sick. So why don't I clear the flower petals, the petal flowers, the flower petals away from the footpath. So I got a big broom, a bit like a witch's broom actually, and marched down to the house and started sweeping up the flower heads from the footpath and just popping them over the fence back into the garden where the tree was growing, just spreading them a little bit, not dumping them, so they could make good mulch for the garden, right? Lo and behold, a woman coming along the footpath stopped and said, "Are you cleaning up my leaves?" What are the chances that the occupier of the house should come along early in the morning at the very moment I decide to sweep up the leaves from her tree? Apparently she'd been out for a morning run and she was coming back. She looked a bit puzzled about what I was doing, so I explained about my fall the other day, or the day before, or whatever it was. And she was very nice. She said she'd keep the footpath clear of leaves in future. Anyway, I was thinking, all those leaves falling, I suppose that's why in America autumn is called fall. Lots of leaves fall at that time of year. Took me a long time to work that out, but anyway, I guess that's why they use the word fall. Anyway, apart from the hazard of too many autumn leaves, Melbourne is a beautiful city in the autumn. And tomorrow morning I'm going into the city centre. It's Friday the 13th tomorrow. I hope I don't slip again. After my early morning walk tomorrow morning around Albert Park Lake, I'm going into the city to meet with the Friday Writers Group. It's a short tram ride from my home to the city centre. Another thing Melbourne is famous for is its trams. This city has the largest tram network in the world. How good is that? You'll see one, a W-class tram, on the cover of Dusty Kent Murder Mystery No. 6, Murder on a Melbourne Tram. The book has taken off very well, just recently released, as most of you probably know. It's rattling along the Amazon tracks very, very well, especially in Oz Amazon, and that's a nice surprise for me, because usually the American readers seem more interested in my books than the Aussies. But this time round, the Aussies are picking it up. Great, happy about that. Anyway, since the book was released, I've been running around like a chook with its head cut off. Never been so busy. What with moving house and all the extra tasks that go with it, such as organising tradies and going to IKEA for new furniture. Don't talk to me about shopping at IKEA. It's so stressful getting lost in the damn store and not being able to find the way out again. Oh, well, things are starting to settle down a little now, so I hope to get back to writing book number 7 soon. I'm itching to get back to it. It's been like, I don't know, it must be 5 weeks since I'll have to get to know all the characters all over again, I reckon. I'm sure I'll be inspired after my meeting with my fellow writers in the city tomorrow. I might even find some inspiration from Buddha, because on Friday, Melbourne, which is the events capital of Australia, is celebrating Buddha Day. So when I go into the city to my writer's group, I might go along and have a look at the Buddha festival. I think there's a wishing tree there. So many things I could wish for. Anyway, that's all from me today. Don't forget, brighten my day. Just press like or subscribe. Leave a comment, whatever. Just tell me what your day's been like. Ciao, ciao.